of Ben Smith, aka Tiny Darspike, who's joining me today for round 8 of the SFR League. This week we are in Monza. So welcome. How are you, Ben?
I'm good. I'm good. Very good. Having a nice day. Picked up some groceries at the grocery store. We're having a lovely Sunday. But it's a Monday morning for Nick, so I'm sure he's wanting to just not have nothing. Nothing's very fun right now, but this race should be good.
Hey, this is fun. This is if it wasn't fun, I wouldn't get up in the morning on a Monday and do this. So I'm good. I've had a good sleep last night, so I'm ready to go. Hopefully we don't get any lobby issues like we did yesterday in NRL. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, that was tough.
Yeah, it was a bit rough actually. So so hopefully, but we're looking good so far. So we're in Monza this week. Talk a little bit about last week. We're 18-minute qualifying for those of you who have never joined us before. So we're all good here. So 18 minutes. So last week, what did we have? It was a good race actually. Interesting qualifying last week in Budapest. But 5 scoops. FOL Freund took out the win over Kachau and Coolbean. So I can't see him this week. So he's not racing for whatever reason this week. So it was 5 scoops, Kachau, Coolbeans, Dace, Stuart Little, Will Ans, Toss Cable, Van Rocco, Exotic and Red Dog in the top 10. So Monza, 5.79 kilometre circuit, only 11 turns, one of the fastest circuits on the calendar. Dry conditions, we're probably expecting one...
Yes, I do have the weather report. It is dry, both sessions.
Yeah, I got the weather report as well. It's dry for both sessions, so this will be good. 5.79 kilometre circuit, only 11 turns. Got a few Italians in the league, I believe. Oricale, but I don't see. Oh yeah, there is Oricale and Giamma and Schietta. Yep. I think we've got 3 Italians. So they're home race tonight, which is exciting for them. What are your thoughts, feelings otherwise, Ben?
I'm really excited to see how turn 1 goes. Normally at Monza, turn 1's that tricky little backward chicane. It's not like a normal chicane where you take I don't know how to describe it. You got the cutback on the second part of the chicane. Normally people go into this 3 wide into turn 1, and it's almost always somebody's front wing gets chopped, somebody spins around. So I'd really be expecting to see who can survive turn 1. Honestly, you can make up a lot of ground at turn 1, but you can also end your race at turn 1. So I feel like turn 1 is really the place to be watching on lap 1. It's really crucial in this race.
Yeah, I 100% agree that turn 1 there's usually some kind of chaos there. So fingers crossed tonight we don't get anyone ending their race in tears at turn 1. Caution is usually the best approach to be taken through there, but let's face it, people who play racing games aren't generally the most cautious people in the world. So we'll have to see how it pans out and if we see any carbon fibre flying there tonight. So just on board with Cornet. So he qualified pole last week. Had a good qualifying. Race wasn't so good, so ended up finishing P15 last week. So it wasn't terribly great for him. But he sets a 1:18.9.
Yeah, good lap from him.
It's a pretty good benchmark lap there. Rainer Zufor comes across the line. Righty Boy. So Righty Boy is filling in tonight as we see Coolbeans a 1:19.3. So that's a quick lap by Cornet F1 to set it all off. Oricale in his home Grand Prix with 18.9. He set a purple 3rd sector as well. What about we've got Kachau coming around Parabolica. So last week he qualified P2. This week, and then finished the race in P2. So had some stunning overtakes as well. Overtake of the week last week.
Around the outside.
Yeah. I think that was into turn 3 at Budapest. So he sets a 1:19.3 at the. Oh, who's that? That's
Mike Edwards. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Somebody's upset between those two. My theory.
All right. So.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say.
Chieto. So Chieto's retired from the session. He's hit the wall.
Off.
Yeah, he's hit the wall. Where is it? Oh, that's just coming out of the second, out of the Ascari. Yeah. So.
The Ferrari out at the home race.
Yeah. He doesn't look like there's no wheels or anything that have come off. It's kind of. He's just sitting there at the moment. So. Yeah, he's out. All right, so we've lost one from qualifying already. So Chieto in his home Grand Prix is out, unfortunately, in the Ferrari. Out of qualifying, that is, not out of the race, of course. Pretty active so far. Most people set a lap or on an out lap. Yep. Delta Lima, Frog LaBelle, and Honesy are championship leader, I do believe. I don't have championship standings in front of me. I don't know.
I'll go find them.
They don't seem to have been updated. I did have a look for them, but yeah, don't seem to be.
No.
Have been updated. So.
Well, I can. Kachau, he got P2, so that was 18 points. So he'll be almost level with Honesy, who is not here. Or no, he is here. He just hasn't set a lap. Sorry.
Yep.
So yeah, Honesy and Kachau basically level on points at the top of the championship, and we've only got 4 rounds. We got 4 rounds to go after this, so I'd really be looking for the battle between those two. They've kind of stretched a gap, a 32-point gap to Cornet from I think he retired last race, right? Correct. So
he finished P15. So I think I can't remember if it was a retirement, but it was out of the points anyway.
Yes. So it looks like Honesy and Kachau, they're kind of streaking out and having their own battle. 32-point gap. It's still possible for Cornet to kind of bridge that, but I feel like he definitely could still be in it. We've got 5 rounds left. I don't want to count him out, but. Yeah,
well, he's going to have to pull out a win tonight, though, to do it, I would think. So, Toss the Caber goes P3 with a 1:19. What about, where's Will Ans? Will Ans is coming around Lesmo 2 at the moment. Sorry, this is Frog LaBelle. Will Ans, where are you? Oh, here he comes.
He's at Parabolica.
Yeah, here he is. One thing I do love about this track is that it is, only 11 turns. Very easy to call from a commentator's point of view with only 11 turns. As we see Will Ans go around a 1:19.6, and pretty much every corner has a name on it as well. So I do like that about...
well, that's interesting.
That was, Big Boy 85. Where was that? That's at the first chicane. So he's lost his front wing.
That was interesting. Will also just went straight through all the styrofoam to the left. So let me go check for the tire data. I don't think anybody's going to try the mediums. You could do a soft, hard strategy on top.
Yeah, well, typical strategies around here, you'd be looking at a soft medium is pretty much optimal strategy around here, or a soft hard. So I don't think there's really too many alternative strategies you can do around here, but stranger things have happened. But I reckon we'll see pretty much most runners begin on the soft tyres.
Maybe we may see the people outside the top 10 pick like the alternate strategy, go reverse, take the mediums to softs. Go the other ways. But I reckon we'll have mediums or soft runners starting. I don't think we'll see anyone starting on the hard. Stuart Little's joined us as well. So we've got a full grid. We had 18 last week. The first time this season that we had less than a full grid. So good to see back to business as usual with Stuart Little joining us in the Renault. And then this week, Righty Boy is joining us in the Williams, as we're just on board now with Frog LaBelle. So Frog LaBelle, I don't think he raced with us last week. No, he didn't. So he sets a 1:19.5. So good to see him get around there. There is... that's Mike Edwards on his outlap. So we've got 9 minutes. We're halfway mark of round 8 of the Switchback Formula Racing League Season 2. This is Season 2, Season 3? I can't remember. It's Season 2. Season 2. Yeah, Season 2.
Yep. Alright, so...
one thing I wanted to note was that the Alpha Tauris, they're having a very good race. It's also Alpha Tauri's home race as a team, and both Italians, so Akiyama sets a 119 flat as P4. Very good lap from him.
Well, there's Italians in P2 and P4 at the moment, so...
And Cornet sets a new pole lap as well, 118.8. Proves by 10th.
That's a quick one. So Hones is on an out lap, and so is Stuart Little's on his fast lap. At the moment, he's getting a tow from his teammate, so we got a bit of teammate action. They're both on the medium tyres as well, so...
Interesting.
On board with Honesy. So it's Honesy giving Stuart Little the tow. He'll want to return the favour, so I dare say Honesy will stay in his draft for the majority. It's like, no, he won't. So he lets Stuart Little go. All right, so the only ones to have not set a lap time at the moment is Exotic, who's on an out lap, and Honesy and Stuart Little in the Renault, who are on their fast lap.
Oh, Stuart Little invalidates his lap.
Oh, where was that? At the first chicane?
Yes.
It was, yeah. Oh, and the Red Bull just went straight on there as well, so almost collected him through there.
Who was that? That was Will. Second time he's got the... I'm sure he might have invalidated his next lap with that.
Yeah. So it's
the game doesn't like it when you do that. They will give you a penalty to invalidate your next lap if you really cut the corners to try and make the out lap shorter.
Okay, I thought it would depend on where the corner is. If the corner's towards the end of the lap, you can invalidate that lap as well as the next lap. But all right, so where's Exotic? Exotic, he's just coming through up to Ascaris, he's just under the bridge there. Stay on board with him. So I commentated on a race on him last night, Australian time actually, in the FRL.
Yeah, the NRL.
And he raced,
FRL?
I commentated on him twice in one day. So this is the third time this weekend for him. So he's just coming around Parabolica now. So he's yet to set his time. What's it? 1:18.8 is the pole at the moment. He gets a 1:19.9. So good enough for P14 at the moment. Honesy set a 1:25.8, but he was given the tow to Stuart Little there, so he'll definitely go again.
He's on his hot lap now.
Yeah. I will actually...
Going around the second Lesmo.
Find him. Yep, there he is. Let's have a look at tyres fitted. So the only two drivers out there that are going for the medium tyres is currently Honesy and Stuart Little in the Renault. Everyone else has qualified so far on the soft tyres, so Honesy's invalidated his current lap. So I'm
interested to see if they're going to go in for the softs at this point.
Yeah, possibly. Well, he's just coming around Parabolica now. It's not a timed lap. And he's going to go again. All right, so our championship leader, I assume he's our championship leader. He's going to start his next hot lap. Who else do we have? So we've got Van Rocco and Delta Lima both on their out lap. So everyone has set a time so far. And sitting atop the timesheets is Cornet F1. Kishao, we haven't seen him yet in the Haas. He's P2. Aracale P3. And then Tosta Caber P4. So I think there was a prediction this week of an Italian on... Oh no, Honesy's invalidated his lap again. Through...
Yeah, I assume he'll be boxing.
Yeah.
I don't see him staying out again.
Yeah.
The mediums won't have much of an advantage if you run them 3 laps and then qualify on them.
Yeah, alright. So just getting back to that, yeah, Tosta Caber, Giamma, Tribal Road, Willand, Righty Boy, Cool Beans, and Frog LaBelle make up our top 10 so far. With just 4.5 minutes left, so that 18 minutes does tend to fly by pretty quickly. This is Van Rocco. He's 6/10 up on his best lap at the moment, going through Ascari. So he's currently in P18 as we speak. We do have only lost one person. Schieto has crashed out of the session, so hopefully he's watching, getting ready for the race. As we see Van Rocco come through Parabolica. The shortest run to the line goes to P17. So the 122.
The point scoring machine, Van Rocco. Will he score again this weekend?
He had an alright race yesterday in NRL. It was, he gave it a crack. He jumped in late, so he didn't qualify, but he raced. So he went all right yesterday. But yeah, we'll see if he can get 2 weeks in a row in SFR in scoring points. As we see, Orikale sets a purple sector 1 at the moment as he goes through the first chicane there.
Hitting this at first Lasmo. Good use of the curb.
Yeah, I'm on board with him now. Yeah, he used all the curb there. So it was, who was it this week? I think it's Giamma who did the hot lap this week in the other AlphaTauri. So the Italian guys, I reckon they'll be pretty fired up about this week, and he's 3/10 up as well. So that would put him on provisional pole at the moment if he continues.
The curve on the inside there.
Yeah.
Vascari. Good line, very good line.
Well, he's raced pretty well. So last week he had that first lap incident, but he qualified 4th last week. Then there was the first turn incident. He did the same thing. The same thing happened to him as he goes pole. All right.
Ooh.
That's by
2/10 up.
Yeah. So that's a nice lap from the Italian in his home Grand Prix. 2.5 minutes left. So Honesy's retired. Okay.
Interesting. Well.
We'll see.
So he'll probably be starting on fresh tires of some sort. Chow has still not come out of the pits yet, and we've got Cornet and Toss and Guillaume on their out laps.
Okay, so Kachau might be happy there. The Haas is P3, P4, so it's a second row lockout for those guys. This big boy Red Dog can't improve his time, and everyone's coming out now, it looks like.
Look at the Monza logjam.
Yeah. So everyone will be wanting to get it. Oh, that was the Haas of, I think that was Kachau. So everyone's out at the moment.
So Cornet's starting his hot lap now as well.
I'll get to him. Right, so maybe he's decided, hey, I'm going to do the smart thing. I'll get out before everyone else does, so I can get some clear air, and that's Will goes through that chicane again. We've seen him go through more chicanes than actual real corners so far today.
Looks like he's trying to get ahead to give him a tow.
Yeah, he's cut the corner again at the first chicane.
A little bit dodgy behavior from most of
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, either get it organised or do it properly.
So it looks like also Orikale just gave Guillaume a tow down the front straight. Yeah. So all the teammates, they're all lining up to try and organize the tow.
So Cornet, he's a 10th up at the moment. That would not be enough to get pole. He ran really wide at Ascari. I thought he was almost just giving Will a tow there, but no, he just ran wide. So he's coming through Parabolica now. He was a 10th up at the last split. We'll see what he gets now. No, he's not going to beat it. All right, so
looks like he's just towing Will now.
Yeah, yep.
This is Kachau and Toss are on hot laps now.
Yep, so I'm with Toss is a little bit further along. So we've got T-minus 10 seconds left. So these laps are all going to count. Tribal Roads, he's invalidated his lap. Stuart Little has moved up into P14. Then there is the Giamma. He can't improve his time. This is Toss Kaba. He goes a little bit faster, but he still stays in P4.
Oh, and Kachau spun.
Oh, has he? Cool Beans has gone a little bit quicker, so he goes P6. And I think Giamma is calling it off. Orikale's gone into the pits. And the two Williams out there, Whitey Boy, he's on... No, he's finished. It looks like he's finished. Rainer Zufor, he improves. Where did he go to? P8. So Rainer Zufor moves up into P8. And then Frog LaBelle, who didn't race last week, he's not really going to improve his time. Oh, he does improve his time. So he goes P11. So that's Frog LaBelle.
So looks like the Italian's going to be on pole, Orikale.
How good is that? Cornet F1, did he go again? No, he didn't. All right.
No.
So that is looking like our grid at the moment. So it is an Italian on pole. So Oricale, in his home race, has got pole position. Well done to him. So it's Oricale, Cornet, Kitchow, Tosta Caber, the first 2 rows. So well done to those guys. That's he'd be pretty pumped about that. I don't think there's anyone else out there. No, Honesy has left the session as well. Van Rocco still trundling around. So yeah, Oricale from Cornet, Kitchow, Tosta Caber. So a second row lockout. I wonder if that's part of the Haas master plan to have the second row lockout. Giamo, another Italian, so 2 Italians in the top 5. Will Ann's got out there in P6. Cool Beans, Tribal Road. Rainer Zufor, Righty Boy in P10 in his first race in this league. I think he's friends with Cool Beans, is what Van Rocco told me. So welcome aboard. Frog LaBelle, Red Dog, Mike Edwards, Stuart Little, Delta Lima, Exotic, Honesy, Big Boy, Van Rocco, and Schietto. So Honesy with the low qualifying, but it's not the first time. Not the first time we've seen that.
I thought the same thing. The AIs, they just do not care about the front wings.
Yeah. All right, so that is our grid. Let's get ready for a. Hopefully, it's a cracking race. Turn 1 is going to be where all eyes will be looking in the beginning.
Be interesting. The middle of the pack, Will Ann's, Gyama, some of the more controversial drivers in our league, let's say.
Yes.
In the middle of the pack, looking to make up positions. We'll see how turn 1 goes.
Yeah, it will be interesting. Rainer Zoo falls in there as well, so there's Righty Boy too.
I also think it'll be interesting to see how Honesy, Exotic, Delta Lima, Van Rocco, Stuart Little all do from the back of the pack. They're normally a little bit better in race pace, I'd say.
Yeah, well, Tribal Road usually has pretty decent race pace, so we'll have to see how he goes from the back of the pack. So it will take a little while. So this league very strict, not very strict, very diligent on making sure everyone can get their setups right, and it's looking like everyone's going to start on the soft by the looks of it.
Yeah, at the moment they may change to mediums.
I don't see anything. I'm just going to quickly write the rest of this down.
The race direct, yeah, right now it looks like everyone's. I'll go check as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so most people aren't seeing the value in starting on the mediums.
No, I wouldn't.
Well, Honesy just put on the mediums.
Yep. He might be the only alternative strategy out there.
He does have the pace to make that strategy.
Well, one thing I have.
Work.
Yeah, well, one thing I have noticed. Schietto in the Ferrari. Yeah. Oh, and it was. Where was Tribal Road? Oh, Tribal Road.
Exotic's picking up the hards. All right.
Okay. Yeah, one thing I have noticed with Honesy in this league is that his qualifying is generally not very good. He does. Let's have a quick look. So. Why is it doing that? Okay. So if you have a look at his qualifying, where are we? Qualifying results for Honesy. It is, he has only qualified in the top 10 once. No, twice. So second in round 1, then 17th, 10th, 16th, 11th, 14th. So
I'm sure he doesn't mind. He's still top of the league.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's not like he blows them away in qualifying, but then if you have a look at his race results, it's you'd think, well, this guy must be qualifying up the front all the time. But when you go 2nd, 15th, 1st, 4th, 2nd, 3rd, and then DNR last week. So I don't know. Maybe he's on a Sunday night. He's not that interested in qualifying and just wants to race. So
just stuck in.
Yeah, but it looks like Van Rocco.
Still waiting.
Yeah, Van Rocco, Schietto, Honesy, and Exotic are all going on the medium tyres at the moment. Everyone else is going on the softs. So here we go. So the 30-second counter has started. let's get this thing going. What are your thoughts? Any predictions?
I'd say turn 1, absolute chaos. That's my main prediction.
You know, I hold these guys in a little bit more higher, to a bit more of a high standard.
It's not that. It's just turn 1 on this track.
I'm going to be bold here. I'm going to say turn 1, everyone gets through without any issues.
Interesting.
No dramas through turn 1 as Oricale leads them away.
Yeah, so everyone from P15 back, starting on the mediums.
Yeah. So it's exotic.
I have another prediction. I'd say a couple spins at Ascari. Normally, somebody always loses the rear end coming out of the second part of Ascari. Just happens.
What, on lap 1? You reckon?
No. Maybe not lap 1.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
sometime.
During the race. Yeah, surely someone will miss it, or someone will run through. How long before the brake markers get taken out? The chicanes always seems to happen. It's a pretty quick warm-up lap as well, so there's not a lot of time.
Looks like Oricale is really breaking away from the rest of them on the formation lap. Doesn't seem interested in backing the pack up.
Pretty eager. Oh, who's that? That fan? It's either Delta Lima or Jan Rocco. Delta Lima running a bit wide at Lesmo 2 on the warm-up. Looks like everyone's managed to get away. So soft runners. Yeah, between sort of 10 to 13 laps you get out of the softs. And then I've got mediums between 15 to 17. Hard tyres 20 to 22. So that soft medium strategy is one that will work around here, or you can go the medium soft, but I don't think we'll see the hard tyre today. Ascieto, yeah, he really broke away from him, didn't he? He's just eager to get going, and he's in his home race. He'll be a bit nervous now, sitting on the grid, letting it sink in before it all begins. So, not really the best camera angle. Oh, here we go. This looks a bit better. Okay. All right, so they're almost all ready. We're just waiting on Stuart Little at the back there.
All right.
Okay, I think we're all good. No issues with the lobby, fingers crossed, no restarts.
All right,
here we go. So 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Let's go racing. So Oricale gets a good start. Cornet F1 was in there as well.
Oh.
No contact as yet. There's the Haas coming up the outside. That's Chow. Heading into turn 1. So one of the Ferraris is ghosted out. I think he lost the front wing. Oh, there's a racing point on the road. I think that was Cool Beans. Cool Beans is, I think, exotic, or no, it's Cool Beans. Cool Beans is possibly out. So yeah, he.
Looks like he's sailing track.
Oh no, that was a big hit. So exotic got taken out there as well. He went straight into the fence. Into the first chicane, into the second chicane, sorry. Alright, my prediction did not come to fruition. So Exotic's got front wing damage. We've got a virtual safety car.
Alright. I saw him, he was middle of the, I think 5th gear, 4th gear, and he had a huge snap of oversteer. And he just fell down the pack. He's in P8 now.
Yeah. Alright, so position changes. So Stuart Little's come up 9 spots. Oricale's dropped 7, so that's going to be the 3rd week in a row that he's had, or was it Giamma? I can't remember. One of the AlphaTauris always has an issue on the first lap. Cool Beans has dropped 13 positions. He's down to last. Just scanning through the pack to check for any damage. I think the McLaren, Frog LaBelle, might have some damage as well.
Yeah,
we're back under racing, so yeah, Frog LaBelle is pitting. I think I saw a Williams in there pit as well, so Rainer Zufall. Alright, so we've got a couple of casualties so far.
Can't tell. Is that? I think some of these cars are ghosted. Yeah.
But
I don't know.
yeah,
There's a lot going on. I think, yeah. It's all good, I think.
So I think, so Rainer Zufall, Van Rocco, Frog LaBelle, Exotic and Cool Beans have all had to pit. So they've all been casualties of lap 1 of Monza. So we've had chaos, but we're back underway. It's Corne F1 leading from Kachau and Tosta Caba. It's a 1.2 second gap that Corne F1 has over Kachau. Righty Boy coming through the second Lesmo there. He's just behind Giamma, so the Italian's doing all right in his home race. Oricale back into seventh position, so he's dropped down from pole. But it looks like we're all right at the moment. I'll keep an eye on that gap at the front, but everyone seems to have sort of gotten into a bit of a rhythm now. They're a little bit more settled after that. Oh, that was a McLaren. And that's Mike Edwards. So he's had an issue through Ascari by the looks. Oh, so he's... I don't know. I think there might be some sort of connection issue there. I'm not too sure. But Mike Edwards, I wouldn't be surprised if he retires from the session. So I'm not sure what's happening with him. And, yeah. Alright, so those guys that had to pit, they're all at the back now. Yeah, Mike Edwards, 5-second penalty.
We've got a train around Will Ann's. Yamas is going around the outside of Curva Grande. Into the next chicane.
Up the inside. No, Will fights for it. So, there's a Williams in there as well. I think that's Righty Boy. So he's looking to take advantage of this situation as well. Yeah, so Giamma will want to try and get past Will. Here we go. So he's got the DRS open now. Going up the back straight into Ascari, under the bridge, down the hill. And there he goes. He's got that done. Did that pretty easily, actually. So that Williams got a little bit loose out of there. So did Will Ann's. The Williams is coming under attack now. This is Oricale. Looking to put the move on to Righty Boy into Parabolica. Oh, he cuts that pretty close, but he did it. So Oricale is moving his way back up the field. He moves into P6. We're already lap 4.
Out of battery as well.
27. Both got the DRS wide open. Can Righty Boy come back? No, yeah, Oricale had the DRS wide open. He braked very late into there. Alright, so that's Oricale back up to P6. Giamma's in P5, looking to go around the outside of Will Ann's.
You can break the latest.
Yeah, he's been able to do it. So he's taking that position back. I think they might have swapped positions up the front straight there. So Giamma, P4. He's behind Tosta Caba, who is behind Kachau and Corne F1, who's P1 at the moment.
So, just a little thing to note about the front runners is Corne has pulled out that 2.8 second gap, but he has used about 20% more of his battery than Kachau, so...
Okay. You see...
A little interesting. Also looks like Kachau's trying to tow a long toss, see if they can both make it up to Corne.
Yep, so I've got them on the screen now. Coming out Parabolica. I'll get back to that little pack that was with Will Ann's, Oricale, Righty Boy, Delta Lima's in there as well. So great to see Delta Lima up there in the top 10. As this is Oricale putting the move on Will into the first chicane. Who can break the latest? The Italian can by the looks of... they bump wheels. Will gets a little bit sideways there. But, he loses another position to Righty Boy as well.
Can Delta Lima get the run on Will?
Yeah, Delta Lima's having a bit of a sniff around here. Stuart Little is just coming up on the back of these guys. So is Honesy. So, yeah, he's moved up into P10 so far. Will gets a snap of oversteer. Coming out of the chicane, Tribal Road gets a 3-second time penalty as well. Multiple warnings. Yeah, here we go. So Delta Lima coming to the first Lesmo. I wonder if Will has an issue. I'm not too sure. He's sort of dropping back a little bit. But the two Italians, P4, P5. So they'll be happy with their race so far. Well, yeah, those Renaults.
I wonder if Oricale is happy with his race. He did have pole, and then he had that little bit of an issue on the start with the wheel spin.
Yeah, well, we've got 22 laps still to go,
Yeah.
so it's
Still in range.
Still a long way to go. Anything can happen. You just got to, you know, get in that rhythm, get into your groove, and then just see what happens. Pit stops. We should expect pit stops to happen in the next sort of 6 laps or so. We'll see. So it looks like Giamma and Oricale just swapped positions. So I think Tosta Caber might have been having a go at Kachau as well. Stuart Little's just picked up a time penalty, 3-second time penalty. Alright, but it's pretty close at the front. We've got a lot of close racing, which is good. The field isn't too stretched out. We've got some of the guys at the back though a fair way behind. That's the McLaren of Frog LaBelle, Cool Beans, and Van Rocco's not looking like he's going to get points today. He's down in P17 at the moment, so it might not be 2 weeks of points for him. He's on board with Will, so he's got Delta Lima behind him, Van Rocco's teammate.
It's just a huge DRS train from P4 to P9.
Delta Lima gets a 3-second time penalty, so that's already 5 drivers will receive time penalties at the moment.
Yeah, so Delta Lima actually has 6 seconds of time penalties at the moment, so...
Cornet is running away with it as we speak though. 4.5 second gap between him and Kachau. It's 8 tenths between Kachau and Tosta Caber. Hones is pitting. So this is
interesting.
Really early. We'll see if there was a nose cone that he needs to replace.
Yes,
there is. Yep. So he's going to the hards. So he's had an incident somewhere along the line. So he's going to have to do the rest of the race.
See if he can get something there, though. He had a huge undercut on the people in front of him.
Okay, so back to this battle here. So this little sort of trio of Delta Lima, Will Ans, and Stuart Little is getting interesting at the moment. We'll see how patient Stuart Little will remain with Delta Lima in front of him, and Delta Lima is, as we've seen, can defensively drive with the best of them. So he's going to be difficult to get past. They all have penalties already though, so that would only affect them at the end of the race. Well, they'll end up probably serving in their first pit stops anyway, so that shouldn't be drama. Schieto picks up the time penalty, 3 seconds. Alright. So, here we go. Delta Lima's making the move on Will up the front straight. He's got the DRS wide open. And he gets it done pretty easily too. So he pulls it up into the first chicane. Nice. Alright.
Man of the grid, look at him go.
Yeah, P7. Delta Lima having a cracking race. Let's see what's been his best finishing. So he's finished no higher than 12th this season. So this is absolutely the best race for him this season thus far. So he's P7. Will Ans has dropped down to P8. Righty Boy is giving chase to Giamma.
Yes, they've got their own little train there.
Yeah, I thought I saw Delta Lima have a little moment out of Lesmo too, but he looks alright at the moment.
They're
So
flying in Sector 3 and Kachau's off. He spun, I think, at the Ascari.
You called it earlier, so... And then Delta Lima and Will Ans are coming up on him now. This will be interesting going into Parabolica. So Delta Lima's already overtaken him. Will Ans was having a look in there as well, trying to take advantage, but okay, so yeah, he spun through Shikari as you said earlier. We expected that. We'll see how he goes up the front straight. He's able to take the position back now from Delta Lima. Will Ans is going to be able to sneak through there as well. Oh, he sends it up the inside. He touches Kachau. That was pretty rough and ready stuff. So
now Delta Lima and Stewart's into this now as well.
Yeah, aggressive move from Will Ans, but he's got it done.
here comes Stewart around the outside.
Stuart Little's going to send it up the inside now. He does. So Delta Lima drops down into 9th. Now Stuart Little up into 8th. Kachow back into 7th.
Starting to give him an advantage as well.
Yeah, so he's looking all right at the moment, Stuart Little. So we'll keep an eye on Kachow. That leaves Oricale in P3 at the moment, and Giamma in P4. So yeah, so it's a good recovery from Oricale at the moment after that first lap. Oh no, Adascari. Oh, these guys are coming through now as well. Oh, and to get out of the way, he's rammed right into the wall. Oh dear.
Oh no! As you were speaking about him, his comeback, he just lost out the exit of Ascari.
And he's going to have to replace
the commentator's
that front wing.
curse.
Yeah,
strikes viciously.
Tosta Caber's pitting as well, so the pit window's open for saying mediums. We'll see if he needs to replace his nose. No, he doesn't. So this is a scheduled stop for him. So he's going to run those mediums to the end. I reckon that's a little bit. It's kind of right on the edge of being on schedule. But we'll have to wait and see. He'll have to manage those tyres right into the end. So it looks like Kachow's gotten past Will Ans in all of that as well. So and now Will Ans is coming under attack from Stuart Little in the Renault as they come into the second chicane.
Oh, they're just so close. Not even a car's length between these cars.
Yeah. So I'm not too sure. So we didn't pick it up, but obviously Kachow had a moment through Ascari.
Ascari as well, yes.
Yep. So won't be very happy about that, but he'll just have to reset, get back onto the job again. It's Cornet though doing it very, very easily at the moment. It's 9.3 second lead after the action at Ascari, and it's Righty Boy. So a new driver to the league. Obviously, we'll have to wait for everyone to complete their pit stops, but Righty Boy doing well in P3. And then we've got 4, 5, and 6 all here, all together. That's Kachow, Will, and Stuart Little.
Giamma and Righty Boy boxing now.
Oh, yeah, and so are these guys as well. So, Will Ans. Kachow, 5-second penalty for speeding the pit lane.
Did Will run into the back of him?
Yeah, it looked like it was messy. It looked messy. So, I think you can use pit assist in this league. I'm not too sure if it was a case of someone had pit assist. A lot of people pitting at the moment. Red Dog, Kachow's in, Will Ans, Righty Boy, Giamma. So that's all on schedule for the soft runners. Cornet though is still out. He's just coming through Lesmo 2 at the moment. So I dare say we'll probably see him in at the end of this lap.
Yeah. It's not very nice to see the 5-second penalty for people using pit assist kind of slamming into the box.
Yeah.
Other people in front.
Yeah. Well, maybe he'll be able to redact that with the steward's report. So we've got it on the screen anyway. I think he records his races, so we'll leave that for the stewards afterwards. Plenty of penalties.
Toss. Yes.
Frog the bell, 5 second penalty. Frog the bell for corner cutting. I thought you only get 3-second time penalties. Giamma having a big go at Big Boy. This is into Ascari, so he's got that done easily. That drops Big Boy down into P7. And now Righty Boy is getting in on the action.
Cornet is boxed this lap as well for mediums.
Yep, so Righty Boy takes Big Boy as well. He moves up into P7. So Tribal Road's pitting as well. So Cornet, Tribal Road. Schietto up into P3 for his home Grand Prix. We're lap 12 of 27, so we're almost at the halfway mark. Medium runners. Who started on the medium? Stuart Little, who's our leader. And Honesy's already pitted, so he had an incident. He's gone on to the hard. So Stuart Little's looking all right at the moment.
Yeah, if a safety car came out, he'd be in a kingly position almost.
Yeah, he'd have to go to the hards, though, to make it to the end.
Well, yeah.
But he'd be all right, though. All right, so let's have a look at stops. So everyone's stopped except Big Boy, Schietto, and Stuart Little. Frog LaBelle's retired from the session. And so Big Boy's on the mediums, Stuart Little's on the mediums, and so is Schietto. So we'll expect those guys in probably around the between lap 15 to 17. So we've got a yellow flag in sector 3. So we've lost 2.
I think it's just I think that's just Frogglewell in the box. It's not really yeah, there it goes.
Yeah. So we've lost both McLarens. We're down to 18 runners. Frog LaBelle and Mike Edwards, he finished early. We saw him having issues through Parabolica there. I'm not too sure it was some sort of connection issue, but Kachow and Will Ans are together again. So as they come through Parabolica, we'll see if Kachow can get a good run on him with the DRS. Hits the ERS button.
Battery here.
Yep. And up DRS. Didn't brake late enough. He is going to. Yep. That was a nice move from Kachow then. He
Very
braked.
clean.
Yeah, braked pretty late. Nice driving from the German. So he moves up into P8. Giamma, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings as well. So Big Boy, still yet to pit. He's trundling around in P7 at the moment. So Stuart Little, Cornet is closing him down at the moment. Get back to that in a second. Yep. So it's Stuart Little yet to pit. Cornet, Schietto, I think is yet to pit. Toss the Caber, Giamma, Righty Boy, Big Boy, Kachow, Will Ans and Honesy making up the top 10. Delta Lima's there in 11th. Oricale picks up a 3-second time penalty as well for multiple warnings. So that gap's coming down pretty significantly at the moment between Stuart Little and Cornet. So Stuart Little's got those old medium tyres on. He'll be due in a couple of laps. Yeah, well, lap 14, so he'll want to get to, I reckon, next lap onwards, he'll be all right to go into those soft tyres. Now, pit lane time, 25 seconds. So where would he come out?
He'll come out probably behind Delta Lima and Holmesy, I think.
Yeah, he'll be around that. Yeah, P11, P12. Yep, spot on.
But he'll have very fresh tires, pace advantage. So.
Yeah. Well, the rest of the guys in front of him will all be on the mediums as well. So that's going to be interesting to see how he goes with that. But Cornet's closing him down. It's less than a second now. It's 8/10. Just having a look down the field, scanning for any other close battles. Toss the Caber is right on the back of Schietto. But I'll stay with this because this is for the lead. He should get a good run out of Parabolica. If he does, he's got the DRS.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be easy for him.
I thought Stuart Little might have been in boxing to go in the pits there, but makes that pretty easy with the DRS. Used a little bit of his battery. And away he goes, all done.
Not really Stuart's race either, so...
No, Stuart Little was in his best interest to get out of the way there, make it pretty easy. He's tossed the Caber though, getting past Tribal Road. So another good solid race by Toss the Caber. Schietto's still yet to pit. He's started on those medium tyres. Chow and Big Boy battling it out. So Big Boy's yet to pit, but Kachow just gets past him. So moves into P7. Will Ans now having to go at Big Boy around the Curva Grande. He gets that done. So Will Ans follows Kachow through. So it's P7, P8 for those two. So Will Ans and Kachow kind of spending the majority of the race together at the moment so far. Well, at 15 to 27, so 12 left. The Italian Grand Prix is generally one of the fastest ones on the circuit, on the calendar. I believe it's the fastest circuit. So Schietto, the two Italians, swapping positions. So Giamma moves up into P4. Schietto down into P5. Where's Oricale? Oricale's down in P15. So unfortunately, he's not been able to turn his qualifying pace into race pace again. As we saw Cornet, he set the fastest lap at 1:21. And Schietto finally pits. Stuart Little's in the pits as well. So that's once again right on schedule for the...
On the sauce as well.
Yeah, for the medium runners. But Stuart Little, he's going to come out P10. Just with Honesy there. Yeah, P9.
Yeah, Big Boy hasn't boxed either, so that's not P8.
Yeah. Oh, and Big Boy runs wide at the first chicane, so straight away, Stuart Little up into P8. He's got Honesy in front of him. He's on those hard tyres he boxed earlier. So that'll be interesting. Delta Lima in the points at the moment. He's P10. He's got Big Boy in front of him. Big Boy's struggling on those mediums. He'll surely pit at the end of this lap because he's looking pretty ragged as it stands at the moment. Those tyres are screaming no more. And
so Kachow, he's 5 seconds back, but he's also got that 5-second penalty. So in reality, unless the stewards do end up removing that penalty, Kachow's in P9 right now. Or not P9, but he does have a lot less gap than it actually looks.
Yeah, so Giama's got the 3-second time penalty as well. So that would actually put Righty Boy on the podium as we speak currently. So yes. Penalties are, so Big Boy finally pits. So yeah, penalties are going to have their role to play at the end. Delta Lima moves, and so Honesy and Stuart Little swapping positions. So Stuart Little liking those soft tyres. The two Renault drivers swap spots. Will Ans is the next on the list for Stuart Little. He's 1.7 seconds behind him. But yeah, so we'll have to see how that shakes out. But Righty Boy, good first effort. First up, could find himself on the podium. It's Cornet though, absolutely cruising, 11.7 seconds ahead of Toss the Caber. And Giama's 1.2 seconds, well 1.1 seconds behind Toss. So we'll see if he can close him down and battle it out. And then there's Righty Boy, who's less than a second behind Giama at the moment. If we get to that, I'll have a look. Yeah, so they're all coming through Parabolica as we speak. So yeah, lap 18 to 27, so they're starting to fly by at the moment. Shieto and Red Dog, so Shieto's on the softer tyres. Red Dog, I'm not too sure how old those tyres are. They're 5-lap old mediums, Shieto's on brand new soft, so this should be pretty easy. Show Stuart Little, fastest lap, a 1:21.2. So, and he's just moved past Will Ans as well. So he's up into P6 as we're on board with this battle here. Can Shieto get the run down the front straight? He can. And the Ferrari driver moves past the Mercedes and takes P11. So just out of the points at the moment. The Stuart Little is on a charge.
Yeah, he's in a very good spot.
Yeah.
He has 6 seconds of penalties, which is a little bit of a problem for him, but he should be able to gap the people behind him with the new softs.
Yeah, well, like you said, depending on what happens with Kachow's 5-second penalty for the speeding in the pit lane, we'll have to see. But yeah, Stuart Little's closing down. Kachow is taking decent chunks out of him at the moment. Yeah, tenths at a time. So I'd say he'll be on the back of Kachow pretty soon. Giama, he's just over half a second behind Toss. He's coming up the front straight now. He's got the DRS. He's got about 5% battery at the moment. Can't get close enough to make a move into turn 1. So, but he's right on the back of Toss at the moment. So the tyre situation between those two. Yeah, they're both on the mediums. Toss has got 8-lap old mediums.
Toss does have a lot more battery to use to defend, though.
5-second time penalty. Oh yeah, he's got 48%. Giama only has 16, 19, 20%. Okay, cool. So yeah, Toss has got the battery advantage, but Giama's going to have that DRS down the front straight. Also the back straight now as he slams it wide open, heading down into the Ascari chicane. I just can't say Ascari chicane very, very well. It's a bit of a tongue twister. All right, this will be good to
Toss
see.
a little loose there.
Yeah.
Also, Stewart is closed into Kachow, so
Oh, it's down to half a second at the moment. We'll stay on board with this one though. Just for now.
Looks like it's going to be an easy pass for Guillaume.
DRS again. Yep. He's able to get that done. Toss can't fight too hard with that DRS advantage down the front straight and the toe. Just, yeah, makes it pretty hard to defend even if you've got plenty of battery. So Giamma moves into P2. He's still 13 seconds behind Cornet though. So Cornet's a bit of a race of his own today. He's doing it pretty easy. Yeah, class of his own. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Righty boy.
Yeah, Stewart's
yeah
also closing it up now.
Yep, so he's 3/10 behind Kachau as we speak. So coming through Lesmo 1. Alright, so we should probably see, we'll see if we can get go into Ascari. Passing into Ascari can be a little bit sketchy sometimes. You got to know who you're driving against as well. I wonder if Kachau's having some sort of connection issue. Not sure, but alright, so I dare say we'll see him get a pretty good, if he gets a good enough run out of Parabolica, those soft tyres should be too good for Kachau's older mediums.
So it looks like Toss has got a Guillaume with no ERS, so this will be an easy pass for Toss.
Alright, we'll stick with this for now. So Stuart Little got the DRS.
Around the outside.
And he does it. So around the outside into turn 1, had that DRS advantage. Kachau with a bit of a brake lock up there. So they
while that was happening, Toss got by.
So they've moved. They've swapped positions again. Oh, looking into the second chicane here. Giamma going up the inside. Oh,
thought better of it.
Yeah, that was ambitious to say the least. So he looks like he's pretty fired up there, Giamma. This is his home race. He's battling for a podium with Toss. Righty boy though will be just. I think Oricale sets the fastest lap. So I think Righty boy will be happy just if he can stay on the back of these guys.
Yeah.
He's in for a podium.
Because Guillaume's got that 3-second penalty, and that's really probably why Guillaume's pushing so hard to get past Toss.
Giamma just got another penalty then, so he's got 6 seconds.
That mostly destroys his chances of a podium at the moment, at least.
Yeah, so he's only going to, the podium's only going to be on the track. Exotic picks up another time penalty. So pretty much everyone except Big Boy, Cool Beans, Red Dog, Righty Boy, and Cornet have all received penalties. Lima just gets another one. Or as Giamma's got the DRS up the main straight into turn 1. Toss. Oh, Toss is going to argue the point here. Oh, he almost turned it around. He hit the curb. So Giamma's been able to get past Toss into the first chicane. So he takes P2. The question is how far ahead is he going to be able to be at the end of the race, if at all? So Toss having to go back into the second chicane. It looks like Giamma might be able to keep ahead now.
Who's that off? Somebody's off. I think that's Van Rocco. I think he's out. But
oh, he is a DNF. So Van Rocco's out.
I don't think we're going to get a safety car. I think we come out by now.
Where was it? That's through Ascari.
Yeah.
So these guys are approaching that now. So
we do have a safety car. We do have
a
safety car.
All right. So, he's in the wall. He's just in the wall of the exit of Ascari. All right. So
Will Cornet Fox. Yep. Oh no, Cornet's dummying out. He's going to stay out on track. So this is going to really hurt Guillaume because the 6 seconds.
Yeah, if he pits, he would have to serve his penalty in the pits.
Well, actually, I don't think he has to. He wouldn't have to serve his time penalties if he had a.
So he's
the
pitting.
3-second penalties.
So Giamma's pitting. We'll see if anyone else pits.
So Stewart stays out, Toss and Righty Boy stay out as well. So will Toss and Righty Boy be able to contest?
Yeah, Will Ann's, Honesy's pitting as well. Oh, this is a nice strategy move from Honesy. He goes on the softs. He's in P8 at the moment.
To stay out as well.
Yeah, Honesy, Will Ann, and Giamma. So Giamma's still in the pit. Oh, so he's coming out now. He doesn't have any penalty next to his name anymore, so.
Well, actually, it says 6, so I think he still has the 6 seconds.
Oh, no, he does. Sorry, he does. My mistake. So Holmesy, Red Dog. All right. Toss the Caber, 3-second time penalty. Righty boy is looking good.
He is.
Red Dog, Rainer Zufall, Cool Beans, Oricale, Exotic, all in the... I don't think Exotic's in the pits.
So the safety car didn't pick up the leader there after turn 1, so we're going to be out for another 2 laps at least.
Yeah, it's going to be like a 2-lap sprint to the end.
So it's interesting to see whether the tire advantage is really worth it at this point.
Yeah.
You know? Only 2 laps to pass people. I'm questioning whether
Cornet's
or not...
pitting, Cornet's pitting.
Cornet's
pitting.
boxing, okay.
Yep.
So that could give Toss the lead if he's able to get around Parabolica. We'll see what he has to adhere to the safety car delta. It'll be close, that's for certain.
So he's coming around Parabolica now. He's onto the front straight. Cornet's just coming out of the box. This is going to be tight.
And they're both ahead of him.
Yeah, they both...
he came out ahead of Stewart, so
yeah,
it's an interesting choice from Cornet.
Ooh, Did he just throw away the race then? Oh, he's big brake rock up.
It's going to be interesting.
This is going to be super interesting. So that was a really strange call. He'd been cruising on those tyres. So yeah, very... Oh, was that someone running right up the back?
No, I think it was close, but I think it's interesting from Cornet. You know, he does have that explosive pace. So could Righty Boy be in a position to win the race here?
Well, currently he is. If he keeps Cornet behind him and tosses with those penalties, yeah, he could be on for a maiden win, first race in the league. How good is that? Comes in the league. Yep, no worries, mate. I'll just I'll take care of it. Take the win. So we're lap 24. The safety car's not going to go in this lap, surely not. Well, once they get around through to sector 3, I think they're beginning sector 3 just now. So, lights would go out if it was. So we'll go one more lap. So we'll have pretty much 2 laps, a 2-lap sprint to the end.
Something that's interesting to me is I'm questioning whether or not Kachal would have wanted to box for fresh tires, because he was in a pretty good spot to box, but he has that 5-second penalty from the speeding in the pit lane, and if he does take that, the stewards cannot remove it. So it's interesting to see whether or not he's trying to sit it out, see if he can get that penalty removed and climb up a couple spots. Yeah.
So Cornet at the front, he's on those fresh softs. Toss and Righty Boy, they're on 12 and 13 lap old mediums. Will Ants 5 seconds. With Delta Lima.
The stewards will probably be having a look at that. 17 seconds of penalties for Delta Lima.
Will doesn't look like he has any damage there. You'd think it'd be pretty easy to drive around with a safety car, like you just stay behind the other guy. It's so easy to do though. It's so easy to do. There's no brake lights on these cars, so so Giamma has fresh softs. So does Cornet. Will Ann's Honesy does as well. So I thought that was a good move by Honesy. We'll have to wait and see. But this is essentially going to be a race restart, chaos into turn 1 again. So.
Yeah. And we also got, I think it's interesting, with Schietto and Tri-World, they decided to stay out and see if they can hold the advantage in P7 and P8 to get some points.
Yeah.
2 Ferraris.
Alright, so this is going to be, this will be definitely the last lap of the safety car, so it's almost about to get into sector 3, which will click over the turning the lights off. And
everyone just weaving like crazy.
Yeah, you want to get as much tyre temperature in there as possible. We saw last week, who was it last week? I think it was it Frog LaBelle, who, so safety cars in this lap. So it's Frog LaBelle coming out of the pits. Last week spun.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see how much Righty Boy is willing to risk for the race win here. He does have pretty good points, regardless of how he finishes here, but he could lose it all with one bad move. So I'm curious to see how much he really wants it.
Alright, so lots of weaving going on at the moment. Toss is essentially our safety car.
And he goes.
And he's going pretty early. Yeah, so he's got a nice little jump on Righty Boy. The safety car's just... Oh, no. So... Oh, he's backed him up again. So they're really bunched up now. They're going 3 wide down the front straight. It's Stuart Little. It's Cornet. Kachow's in there as well. It's tossing the lead at the moment, though. So Righty Boy's in P2. Cornet goes around. He moves into P2 now. So he takes Righty Boy. It doesn't... Oh, there was a Ferrari that went around. I thought, no, it didn't go around. There's some ghosting at the back. There was the other Williams. Yeah, going through the runoff. So it's Righty Boy and Giamma. Yeah, so Giamma goes up the inside, touch wheels. No one spins. Righty Boy got a penalty. Righty Boy got a penalty. Giamma comes back. Who was out, sorry? Will Ends.
Will Ends is out at the Curva Grande.
So he's out of the race. All right, so it's Toss the Caber in front of Cornet, but Toss has penalties. Cornet doesn't.
Oh, Holmesy also got a crash there. He's in P15.
Oh.
Our
so
championship leader.
It's all happened at the back. So where is Honesy? Honesy is coming through.
P15. Oh, Cornet's getting a run on the Toss now.
As they're coming into Parabolica. So this is going to be the final lap. So Cornet's looking to go around the outside, around Parabolica. Runs a little bit wide. Giamma's in the back there as well. So we're not going to have any DRS though, because it's after the safety car restart. Giamma's having a big go up the inside of... Oh, they're going 3 wide into turn 1. This is not going to end well. Oh, so Cornet squeezes through.
Move.
So that was a great move by the Dutchman. So he takes back P1. So it's Giamma in P2, Toss the Caber in P3. Both those guys have penalties. Righty Boy...
Toss will be ahead of Giamma at the moment because of 3 seconds versus 6.
Yeah, so Righty Boy's in there as well. Kachow's in P5. Stuart Little P6. Chieto, Cool Beans. Delta Lima's looking good for points at the moment. So is Oricale. So, but it's Cornet at the front. It's Toss the Caber giving chase. It's Giamma. Giamma's behind him. Sorry, it's Cornet, Giamma, and Toss the Caber is our top 3. So we questioned the choice for Cornet to go into the pits. Giamma just gets another 3-second time penalty. So we're going to have to see how it all works out.
Yeah,
after the race.
So Kachow's picked up another 3-second
time. Oh, that was Delta Lima went wide through Ascari. So he's got no battery left. He's already weaving. He's pretty confident he's got this. He's done it. So Corday takes the win. It's Toss the Caber in P2. Righty Boy. So it's got a Cool Beans. Cool Beans has moved up into P2. Toss the Caber has taken P3. Righty Boy in 4. Chieto, Oricale. Red Dog Giamma dropped down into P8. Kachow P9. Big Boy Stuart Little. Delta Lima's out of the point. So P12. Yes. Tribal Road, Rainer Zufor, Honesy, our championship leader, no points today. And Exotic in P16. So, Cool Beans, we barely spoke about him all race, and all of a sudden he's P2.
He finished on track in P6, so... Wow,
so that shows you the effect of penalties. Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. There's definitely some people who have penalties that'll want to get them reviewed, like Kachow speeding in the pit lane penalty.
Yeah.
That was 5 seconds, so we'll see where he finishes up. It's going to be very interesting. The stewards will have a nightmare trying to decide.
The stewards are going to have a fair bit. I think they're going to have a fair bit of work to do this week. There wasn't much last week, but this week there is going to be, I think there'll be a few upset people at the moment. The Discord will probably start popping off in a minute as well. So, all right. So that was pretty exciting towards the end with the safety car. So thanks to Van Rocco for for setting off the safety car for us. But yeah, that was a good win by Cornet after last week as well. I think he'd be pretty disappointed with last week's result after such a strong qualifying.
He's put his mark on the championship there.
Yep, so he's right back in it now. He's back in championship contention with Honesy not scoring any points today. So, and Kachow was up there as well. So yeah, Honesy not having a good race today has opened it up a fair bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the the Discord is going to be interesting as we see the podium celebrations. So well done to Cornet, Cool Beans, and it was Toss in P3. So another solid result by Toss. He's had some good results recently. That's his third podium for the season. So it was Cornet, Cool Beans. What about, let's have a look at the penalties. Incidents.
Yeah, so it's interesting because there's talk in the Discord of right now whether or not Cool Beans had penalties, so...
Yeah, he did, but like so did everyone else in front of him, you know, so... I don't know. They can watch the replay.
They can figure it out.
Yeah. I'm not a steward, so wouldn't want to be either. All right.
I am, so it will be an interesting.
Oh, you're a star. All right, maybe don't give it away.
We won't discuss.
Exotic Cool Beans was last all race. Yeah. All right. Okay. Any last thoughts before we wrap it up?
I was really impressed with Cornet's performance. Absolutely dominating. Even before the safety car and everything, he had a 13-second gap, which is huge. So I was really impressed by Cornet. I was definitely impressed by Oricale's qualifying pace. He did have that bad start in the incident, which was really unfortunate. But his pace was higher than we had seen it in past races, I'd say, for sure.
Yeah, it was a bit disappointing to see Oricale have such a good qualifying and then the incident in the beginning. But it looks like the Italians did all right, 5th, 6th, and 8th. But yeah, I thought it was a dominating drive from Cornet. That pit stop at the end, I thought he's throwing it away here. But as you said, he has explosive pace and he was able to get the win. So that's pretty much it for this week. I don't have any other closing thoughts before we finish it. You're all good, Ben? You're typing away furiously. Awesome. All right. So next week, I did this last night. I checked. We're in Canada next week. So at the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve.
Wall of Champions.
The Wall of Champions. We'll see who it can claim. So my name's Nick. Been commentating with Ben. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Take care of yourself. Until next time, we'll see you then.